Welcome to Lonely Roads Radio. 15 original songs carrying the timeless spirit of country traditions. Settle in and let the music begin.
I walk into the neon light and find our empty space. The music starts and suddenly I'm looking at your face.
I feel your hand inside of mine, the spinning of your dress, the way you used to lay your head right here upon my chest.
I ain't here to drown the past or drink the night away.
I only came to hear the band and let the record play.
I hear the steel guitar begin to cry,
and suddenly you're right here by my side.
We're stepping to the melody across the wooden floor.
I'm holding you exactly like I held you long before.
The years can take us far away and change the rules of the game.
Nobody in this bar remembers who we used to be, but the jukebox knows our name. I hear the intro playing from 1,000 miles apart, a little needle dropping on the vinyl of my heart.
I still remember how it felt to hold you in the dim,
the quiet words we never said before the song would end.
I don't carry any heavy tears or bitter kind of pain,
just the beauty of a spark that didn't need a flame.
I hear the steel guitar across the years,
without a single trace of bitter tears.
We're stepping to the melody across the wooden floor.
I'm holding you exactly like I held you long before.
The years can take us far away and change the rules of the game.
Nobody in this bar remembers who we used to be, but the jukebox knows our name.
It wasn't meant to last forever,
Wasn't meant to be,
but nothing ever takes away
the way you looked at me.
a love that didn't make it to the light of day,
but still refuses to just fade away.
We're stepping to the melody
Across the wooden floor,
I'm holding you exactly
like I held you long before.
The years can take us far away and change the rules
of the game. Nobody in this bar remembers who we used to be, but the jukebox knows our name. Nobody remembers who used to be. But the jukebox knows our name.
Morning frost was heavy on the glass, white smoke rising through the ancient wood, Grandma humming softly by the iron stove, teaching me much more than sermons could. A heavy Bible resting on the chair, the creaking of the floorboards like a song. I sat and watched her weathered working hands, and felt like I was right where I belonged. There wasn't any steeple in the yard, just the quiet of the valley standing guard. The mountain never preached a word to me, but somehow it taught me how to pray. I found the Lord in coffee and the morning wind, and the silent love that chased the dark away. Yeah, the holiest of places that I've known was a wooden house where the mountain prayed. I live 1,000 miles from there today, far from the gravel and the heavy rain, but I carry every quiet hymn she sang, and the gentle peace that settled in my veins. God wasn't only found inside the church, He was sitting at the table in the dawn. He was in the burning logs and in the breeze, long after the singing voice was gone. There wasn't steeple in the yard, just the quiet of the valley standing guard. The mountain never preached a word to me, but somehow it taught me how to pray. I found the Lord in coffee and the morning wind, and the silent love that chased the dark away. Yeah, the holiest of places that I've known was a wooden house where the mountain prayed. A simple kind of faith without a sound, making sacred space on common ground. No marble walls or choir just a porch lamp shining in the night. No, the mountain never preached a word to me, but somehow it taught me how to pray. I found the Lord in coffee and the morning wind, and the silent love that chased the dark away. Yeah, the holiest of places that I've known was a wooden house where the mountain prayed. Just a wooden house where the mountain prayed. The clock is ringing long before the sun. I put my faded denim shirt back on. I grab the metal lunchbox by the door and start the heavy engine of the Ford. The cold light of the workshop in the gray, just wiping all the highway dust away. There's motor oil and rust upon my skin, a hardened life, but I'd do it all again. I never had my name in shining lights or made a fortune working through the nights. I drove the heavy nails and laid the ground. I never made the headlines, but my hands helped build this town. I left my heavy boots outside the door and kicked the sawdust out upon the porch. I watched the kitchen light come on at home, the warmest kind of welcome I have known. I held the sleeping babies on my chest and gave my aching shoulders to the rest. There's motor oil and rust upon my skin, a hardened life, but I'd do it all again. I never had my name in shining lights or made a fortune working through the nights. I drove the heavy nails and laid the ground. I never made the headlines, but my hands helped build this town. The money never stacked up very high, but I can look the mirror in the eye. The fences and the buildings standing tall, I see a piece of me inside them all. No, I never had my name in shining lights or made a fortune working through the nights. I drove the heavy nails and laid the ground. I never made the headlines, but my hands helped build this town. Yeah, my hands helped build this town. The kitchen light was on. I turned the brass handle, so soft in the dark, and leave the old pickup truck quietly parked. The children are dreaming, asleep down the hall. The shadows are resting so still on the wall. A long day of working is finally through, and all of my footsteps are walking to you. The world can be heavy and money is tight, but heaven is waiting inside of the night. There's coffee still warming right there on the stove, a quiet and steady and beautiful love. You pull out a chair without making a sound, and suddenly all of my worries fall down. No matter how dark the road had grown, the kitchen light was on. The kitchen light was on. A couple of painted plates next to the sink. You pour me some water and give me a drink. The smell of the supper still hangs in the air, your gentle hand resting right here on my chair. You don't say a word, you just give me a smile and sit at the table to rest for a while. The world can be heavy and money is tight, but heaven is waiting inside of the night. There's coffee still warming right there on the stove, a quiet and steady and beautiful love. You pull out a chair without making a sound, and suddenly all of my worries fall down. No matter how dark the road had grown, the kitchen light was on. The kitchen light was on. We never had need for a house on a hill or promises life was too hard to fulfill. truest place that I've ever been is sitting right here at the table again, right here again. There's coffee still warming right there on the stove, a quiet and steady and beautiful love. You pull out a chair without making a sound, and suddenly all of my worries fall down. No matter how dark the road had grown, the kitchen light was on. The kitchen light was on. The kitchen light was on. I turned the brass handle. The kitchen light was on. I turned the brass handle, so soft in the dark, and leave the old pickup truck quietly parked. The children are dreaming, asleep down the hall. The shadows are resting so still on the wall. A long day of working is finally through, and all of my footsteps are walking to you. The world can be heavy and money is tight, but heaven is waiting inside of the night. There's coffee still warming right there on the stove, a quiet and steady and beautiful love. You pull out a chair without making a sound, and suddenly all of my worries fall down. No matter how dark the road had grown, the kitchen light was on. The kitchen light was on. Golden sun is fading on the hood of this old Ford. I pass an empty station and a faded wooden board. The shadows of the evening slowly cover up the glass. I'm watching all the seasons of my life go rolling past. A couple quiet motels in a solitary pine, just letting all the heavy years unravel down the line. I ain't running from a heartbreak, I ain't looking for a thrill, just listening to the highway when the world is turning still. I left a lot of versions of myself along the way, and promises I wasn't strong enough to say. I'm driving through the distances I carry in my bones. Yeah, there are miles between the memories, and everyone still leads me home. Cross a rusted bridge and see the water running deep, and think about the quiet kind of tears a man can keep. I hear my father's voice inside the turning of the wheel, a gentle ghost beside me in the heavy evening chill. The town I left behind me is a flicker in the dark, but I can feel the embers still glowing in my heart. I ain't running from a heartbreak, I ain't looking for a thrill, just listening to the highway when the world is turning still. I left a lot of versions of myself along the way, and promises I wasn't strong enough to say. I'm driving through the distances I carry in my bones. Yeah, there are miles between the memories, and everyone still leads me home. It's not about the places that I never got to see, but understanding all the roads that built the heart in me. The silence is a mirror when the radio is low, reflecting every corner of the only life I know. Promises I wasn't strong enough to say. I'm driving through the distances I carry in my bones. Yeah, there are miles between the memories, and everyone still leads me home. Everyone still leads me home.
The midnight rain is heavy on the glass. I'm watching all the quiet hours pass. The radio is playing something low and takes me to a lifetime ago. A wooden floor, the neon shining dim. I was standing at the edge, so close to him. Too young and shy to give the night a chance. We stood in silence and we missed the dance. We never stepped out on that end. but it still knows every step of my heart. I hear it now and gently pour the wine, and wonder if it ever crossed your mind. I don't carry any heavy, bitter weight, just a memory that time could not erase. Some stories don't go up in smoke and flame, they just quietly forget to call your name. Too young and shy to give the night a chance, we stood in silence and we missed the dance. We never stepped out on that empty floor. We left the magic waiting by the door. The moment faded long before the start. No, we never danced to that song, but it still knows every step of my heart. There ain't no tears, there ain't no tragedy, just a beautiful what if inside of me. I wouldn't change the way the story goes, I just let it play and watch the shadows close. We never stepped out on that empty floor. We left the magic waiting by the door. The moment faded long before the start. No, we never danced to that song, but it still knows every step of my heart. It still knows every step of my heart. The wiper blades are pushing back the heavy midnight rain. 100,000 miles of asphalt running in my veins. I take my coffee black inside a diner out of town and ignore the quiet whispers when I lay my money down. I learned to change a heavy tire out on Highway 9, just rolling on and leaving all the sleepy world behind. I never asked permission and I never learned to stay, just shifting through the shadows while the world is tucked away. I traded in my anchors for the white lines in the dark. I found a kind of freedom, but it's heavy on the heart. I only stretch a highway underneath the fading every crown comes with a scar. I've seen the empty cities that will never know my name, and took the kind of weather that can wear a soul away. A woman on her own is bound to get a doubtful look, but I write my own survival in the pages of the book. I got a couple fading memories hiding in the dash, just waiting in the quiet for the morning sun to flash. I never asked permission, and I never learned to stay, just shifting through the shadows while the world is tucked away. I traded in my anchors for the white lines. In the dark I found a kind of freedom, but it's heavy on the heart. I own the stretch of highway underneath the fading stars. Yeah, they call me the queen of the midnight highway, but every crown comes with a scar. I don't belong to anybody, I belong to me. It's a heavy kind of kingdom, but the territory's free. I learned to make a fire from the embers of the past, and build a quiet castle out of rubber, steel, and glass. I traded in my anchors for the white lines. In the dark I found a kind of freedom, but it's heavy on the heart. I own the stretch of highway underneath the fading stars. Yeah, they call me the queen of the midnight highway, but every crown comes with a scar. Yeah, every crown comes with a scar.
The chairs are resting heavy on the floor. I saw you standing by the wooden door.
The neon sign is glowing soft and dim, and brings the quiet memories back again.
You haven't lost the gentle in your eyes,
a beautiful and welcome sweet surprise.
The band is playing something soft and slow,
a little echo from a lifetime ago.
We're stepping to
The rhythm on the empty wooden floor.
I'm holding you the way I used to hold you long before.
No promises of morning,
No
questions left to find.
we didn't need forever,
Just one last waltz at closing time. I felt your hand, the steady and the kind, a gentle piece of everything behind.
sawdust flying underneath my shoes. A quiet memory I could never lose.
We left a lot of honest words unsaid, but I just wanna dance with you instead.
Brush snare sweeps softly, keeping the waltz alive.
The band is playing something soft and slow, a little echo from a lifetime ago.
We're stepping to
The rhythm on the empty wooden floor.
I'm holding you the way I used to
Hold you long before. No promises of morning,
no questions left to find.
we didn't need forever, just one last waltz at closing time.
It's beautiful to see you in the light.
It's beautiful to share the quiet night.
We're leaving all the heavy words behind,
Just letting the memory unwind.
we're stepping to the rhythm
On the empty wooden floor,
I'm holding you the way I used to.
hold you long before. No promises of morning,
No questions left to find.
we didn't need forever, just one last waltz at closing time.
We didn't need forever,
Just one last waltz at closing time.
I took the narrow road up the mountainside, beneath the cold and heavy afternoon sky. My boots are stepping softly on the dried up leaves, beside a fallen fence and ancient quiet trees. I left a lot of miles in the rear view glass, just watching all the heavy, bitter seasons pass. I spent a lifetime running through the noisy streets, a hardened heart just trying to find a steady beat. But the wind is blowing softly through the swaying pines, and I can hear it calling out this heart of mine. The pain is still alive, but I can finally breathe. God is speaking softer in the falling leaves. Yeah, I came back to the quiet hills, and they gave my silence back to me. church is empty on a Sunday morn, and many of the voices that I knew are gone. But standing in the shadows of the silent wood, I finally feel the peace I never understood. I spent a lifetime running through the noisy streets, a hardened heart just trying to find a steady beat. But the wind is blowing softly through the swaying pines, and I can hear it calling out this heart of mine. The pain is still alive, but I can finally breathe. God is speaking softer in the falling leaves. Yeah, I came back to the quiet hills, and they gave my silence back to me. It wasn't that the mountain washed the hurt away, or promised me an easy kind of sunny day. It only taught my heavy heart to just be still and find a quiet healing in the ancient hills. The wind is blowing softly through the swaying pines, and I can hear it calling out this heart of mine. The pain is still alive, but I can finally breathe. God is speaking softer in the falling leaves. Yeah, I came back to the quiet hills, and they gave my silence back to me. They gave my silence back to me. They gave my silence back to me. Leave her sleeping while the bedroom's cold and dark, and grab the silver thermos waiting by the door. I check the trailer chains and pull out of the yard to run the highway that I ran the day before. The faded paper seat stuffed inside the dash. A quiet life was never built on easy cash. The radio is playing something soft and low. The dashboard lights are shining on the road. I know there ain't no glory in the middle of the night, just steady hands upon the wheel to do it right. I run the engine while the world is still alone, burning diesel before daylight, just to keep the lights on at home. The yellow lines are disappearing in the cold. I see a local diner turning on the glow. My hands are resting on the wheel I've always known, with just another heavy 100 miles to go. A couple early risers opening the gates before the morning sun can even start to break. radio is playing something soft and low. The dashboard lights are shining on the road I know. There ain't no glory in the middle of the night, just steady hands upon the wheel to do it right. I run the engine while the world is still alone, burning diesel before daylight, just to keep the lights on at home. I never needed anybody's loud applause, just waking up and pulling weight for a simple cause. And when I finally pulled the driveway in the end, I washed the engine grease and started all again. Just steady hands upon the wheel to do it right. I run the engine while the world is still alone, burning diesel before daylight, just to keep the lights on at home. Yeah, burning diesel before daylight. Yeah. I carried the weight of the bills and the rent, watching the places the salary went.
I patched up the roof when the heavy rain fell,
just trying to hold it together so well. I left my work boots right there by the door
and walked with a quiet step over the floor.
The money was tight and the winters were cold, but I had your hand in the dark to hold. The floorboards were creaking, the paint started to fade, but
we found a shelter in the promises we made.
we weathered the seasons and swallowed our pride.
Yeah, it wasn't the house that held us together, it was the love we built inside. It was the love we built inside.
I poured you the coffee when morning was gray, and kept the whole world from just slipping away.
I rocked all the babies to sleep in the hall, and watched how the years left their marks on the wall.
1,000 simple meals at a scratched wooden table,
just keeping us going the best I was able.
We didn't have much that money could buy, but we had a well that never ran dry. The floorboards were creaking, the paint started to fade, but we found a shelter in the promises we made. We weathered the seasons and swallowed our pride. Yeah, it wasn't the house that held us together, it was the love we built inside. It was the love we built inside. Now we are older, the children are grown, standing and looking at all that we've known. Every scratch on the door, every stain on the wood, whispers our story and calls it all good. Calls it all good. The floorboards were creaking, the paint started to fade, but we found a shelter in the promises we made. We weathered the seasons and swallowed our pride. Yeah, it wasn't the house that held us together, it was the love we built inside. It was the love we built inside. No, it wasn't the house, it was the love we built inside. Left the highway as the sun went low and pulled the engine to a quiet road. A faded flag is waving in the wind, just pain and shadows where the light has been. Rusted letters on the cinema sign, just watching all the heavy years unwind. I don't know anybody on this street, but I can feel the quiet memories sleep. The names are fading slowly on the wall, but you can hear the distant voices call. A thousand echoes hanging in the air. The world moved on and left it standing there, but the town that time forgot still remembered how to care. Stripped back arrangement, I picture workers with their coffee cups, long before the world had given up. The older veterans sitting on the wood, just holding on to everything that's good. A jukebox glowing in the corner dark, a little piece of an abandoned heart. I don't know anybody on this street, but I can feel the quiet memory sleep. The names are fading slowly on the wall, but you can hear the distant voices call. 1,000 echoes hanging in the air. The world moved on and left it standing there, but the town that time forgot still remembered how to care. The peeling paint is falling to the ground, the quietest reflection I have found. It's not a place that slowly fades away, it's just a mirror of a yesterday. Fading slowly on the wall, but you can hear the distant voices call. 1,000 echoes hanging in the air. The world moved on and left it standing there, but the town that time forgot still remembered how to care. Yeah, it still remembered how to care.
The midnight rain is falling on the glass. I'm watching all the quiet shadows pass. I opened up a drawer to find a pen and saw your faded photograph again. A couple dried up petals from a rose, and folded paper turning soft and old. We didn't end in fire or in flame, just quiet pride that couldn't speak your name. Inside of me, every word still found its way to me. The faded ink is lighter on the page, but feelings have a way of staying young. I thought I wrote these lines to make you stay, before the miles and silence got in the way. I read it now and finally understand. I just needed to hold the truth right in my hand. We didn't end in fire or in flame, just quiet pride that couldn't speak your name. I wrote I wanted you to come back home. I wrote that I was tired of being alone. I played the strong one for the world to see, but kept the honest truth inside of me. I never mailed that letter, but every word still found its way to me. It's way too late to put it in the mail, and I ain't looking for a fairy tale, just honoring a love that left a mark, a little candle burning in the dark. I wrote I wanted you to come back home. I wrote that I was tired of being alone. I played the strong one for the world to see, but kept the honest truth inside of me. I never mailed that letter, but every word still found its way to me. Every word still found its way to me. Every word still found its way to me. Midnight rain is falling on the glass. I'm watching all the quiet shadows pass. I opened up a drawer to find a pen, and saw your faded photograph again. Couple dried up petals from a rose, and folded paper turning soft and old. We didn't end in fire or in flame, just quiet letter, but every word still found its way to me. The faded ink is falling on the glass. I'm watching all the quiet shadows pass. I opened up a drawer to find a pen and saw your faded photograph again. The paper plates are gathered and the candles are blown out. A quiet kind of heavy slowly settles on the house. The children are asleep now, dreaming in the bedroom hall. I'm staring at the shadow of the table on the wall. Another little birthday with an extra candle cast, a crumpled up old postcard lying quiet on the glass. A static heavy phone call from a diner down the line. You're asking about the babies and you're telling me you're fine. I know you drove the heavy rain to keep this roof above, and I ain't one to question the mechanics of our love. But holding down the fortress tears a woman right apart. Yeah, he wore the miles upon his hands, but I wore them on my heart. Stripped back arrangement for the headlights in the dark, just waiting for the rumble, pulling up into the yard. Your heavy boots beside the door, your jacket on the wood. I held the family steady, doing everything I could. You always left a piece of you out there upon the wind, and I was here to put the pieces back together then. A static heavy phone call from a diner down the line. You're asking about the babies and you're telling me you're fine. I know you drove the heavy rain to keep this roof above, and I ain't one to question the mechanics of our love. But holding down the fortress tears a woman right apart. Yeah, he wore the miles upon his hands, but I wore them on my heart. It ain't about the money and it ain't about the blame. The highway is a jealous wife that doesn't have a name. I love the man who had to leave to figure out his part and kept the home fires burning in the center of the dark. I know you drove the heavy wore them on my heart. I wore them on my heart. I was pulling in the driveway, turning off the engine heat, watching shadows stretch in silence up and down the empty street. I was perfectly content to let the evening slip away when the station played a melody from another time and place. It's been 100,000 miles since I heard that opening line, but suddenly I'm sitting in that summer of '89. I don't wanna turn the clock back, I ain't looking for a change. I'm not trying to find the embers in the ashes of the flame. I thought your memory had finally learned to sleep, but that song came back again and woke it up in me. I can see the empty parking lot beneath the summer moon, singing every single lyric like the world was ours. Just a couple kids with nothing but a borrowed Chevrolet, making promises we didn't know we'd ever have to break. It's been 100,000 miles since I heard that opening line, but suddenly I'm sitting in that summer of '89. I don't wanna turn the clock back, I ain't looking for a change. I'm not trying to find the embers in the ashes of the flame. I thought your memory had finally learned to sleep, but that song came back again and woke it up in me. I love the quiet life I built, I wouldn't trade it for the past, but it's beautiful to know that kind of magic leaves a track. It didn't come to break my heart or tear my world apart, just a 3-minute reminder of a younger kind of heart. No, I don't wanna turn the clock back, I ain't looking for a change. I'm not trying to find the embers in the ashes of the flame. I thought your memory had finally learned to sleep, but that song came back again and woke it up in me. Yeah, it woke it up in me.
You've been listening to Lonely Roads Radio. If you enjoyed these 15 original songs, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tell us in the comments which song stayed with you the most. Thank you for listening. Until the next road, keep the country music playing.